Good morning, guys. Welcome so much to Pinterest in 10 minutes a day. I am here to empower a busy woman entrepreneur take control of your online business using Pinterest marketing in just 10 minutes a day. My goal is to teach you the ins and outs of Pinterest marketing do it yourself without ads. We're going to talk about success stories and provide actionable tips every single episode to help you grow your business. It's time to make the most out of your limited time and resources. Use Pinterest and start building that online presence. So, a question I hear all the time is, or a question that needs to be asked a little bit more, but this always comes up in conversation is, am I niched down enough on Pinterest? Or the flip side is, am I confusing the algorithm with too many topics? So typically people don't straight out and ask these questions. I do have a few people that say, this is my niche, but I really talk about everything. So we're going to dive into what the Pinterest niche is, how to check why multiple topics could help you, they might hurt you, and how to create content for Pinterest so that you can ultimately sell your products and services, sell what you're selling on your website, your blog, and make money with Pinterest marketing organically. Okay. So, first of all, what does niche even mean on Pinterest? On Pinterest, your niche, it's not just what you sell, it's just more of a specific problem you clear for somebody. And this is a consistency across your pins, your boards, and your website. So Pinterest is a visual search engine. So making sure your content has a clear theme and the algorithm will quickly pick up and understand what your profile is about and show your pins to the people who are looking for that. So a few examples are my very first business I used and I learned how to grow this business with Pinterest and then adapted this strategy is emergency preparedness and food storage for families. So instead of just doing preppers or instead of just doing food storage lists, it's a very specific list of families who are looking to grow their food storage on special diets and emergency preparedness for families with young kids. Okay, so emergency preparedness can be a very general niche, which is usually doomsday or preppers, but I've niched that down to just say emergency preparedness for families because that is who I'm targeted to. Okay, another one is you can see lifestyle blog. I help women, moms with their lifestyle and just all these different ways with lifestyle. That is a really generic and niching it down could be women over 40 lifestyle or women in their 50s lifestyle. So you can do a lifestyle, even though that is a very general niche, but niche it down a little bit more by adding an age range or what type of woman, moms, single adult, divorce, what type of lifestyle for women. Okay. Spring in April is the perfect time to tighten up your traffic because we finished the fourth quarter last year where sales usually pick up and then some niches pick up a lot in January, February with the new year. But then there's usually a little bit of this lull in spring before summer hits. And it's a really good time to tighten up your niche, tighten up your profile and those keywords. Okay. So that's what a niche is on Pinterest. The second thing is I want you to do a quick audit to see if you're niched enough already or if you could go a little bit more. So I want you to do this simple check this week. Go to your Pinterest analytics on your Pinterest profile, and I want you to look at the top pins from the last 30 to 90 days. Do they share one clear theme? Okay. A lot of times some of my pins, what I realized when I started my preparedness with emergency preparedness and food storage, I was also talking about frugal living and finances. So the pins that were really taking off were the frugal living and finances, but I didn't have any products related to that. I had products related to the emergency preparedness. So I niched down more and I took off that. Or a lot of my pins would say preppers on it, and I started getting all these crazy preppers instead of the family. So I switched those keywords to emergency preparedness and adding families or family pictures. I niched down more and I was able to make more sales with emergency preparedness because I niched down. So look at the last 30 to 90 days worth of pins and look at those pins. Are you getting most of your traffic from a date related pin, but yet you are talking about something different than that, right? Okay, the second thing with your profile audit this week is I want you to do a broad keyword search related to your business. So again, I will type in emergency preparedness. See what other types of keywords drop up below that. And if there are multiple keywords dropping up below that, then you are in a good enough niche. Okay, now if you type in a more specific keyword, like let's say holistic options for liver disease, let's say that's what you niche down to, and there's only one or two keywords popping up under there, you are probably niched down a little too much. Okay, so you want to find that equal medium from just generic frugal living to frugal living for families or frugal living for sports teams. So look at the general keyword. If you're getting a whole bunch of drop downs under there that aren't quite related to the problem, the service that you're helping with, then you might be too broad of a niche. But if there's not enough keywords popping up, then your niche is probably a little too small and you need to expand that bubble. Okay. So again, a niche is a specific problem that your product, your services, your coaching, your online course helps somebody with. Okay. And you're going to research the pins in your profile that are working and some of those keywords to see if those are aligned. And then I want you to ask yourself, head on over to your created tab in your profile, and I want you to scroll through all of the pins in your created tab. The created tab is pins that you've maybe looked up to Instagram or Shopify stores. They are pins that you have specifically made and they have been uploaded to Pinterest, whether from your blog or your website or something else. Scroll through that and see if somebody can scroll through your created tab for a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Can they pick out what your niche is? You help women feel better about life by makeup routines. You help a woman with confidence through a simple makeup, right? And you sell these makeup product and you have a digital course teaching women and moms how to do quick makeup with ease. If they scroll through your pins, is that what they're able to see? Okay, this is a really good third thing that I want you to look at is scrolling through those pins in your created tab and see if they all relate to the product and service you're looking to sell and the problem that these pinners are having. Okay. So a few things, a few signs. If your niche needs refreshing, right? If you need to update those keywords, you might be getting inconsistent saves and inconsistent clicks, or you're getting traffic, a whole bunch of traffic, but you're not actually getting any email signs up or any sales. That is a good sign that you probably need to refresh, niche down, double check those keywords and double check that profile. A lot of this inconsistency with Pinterest means you're kind of there, but you're not quite there, and you need to tighten up the reins on that niche, okay? When you are niched correctly, it's easy to create content for Pinterest. It's easy to see the pin slowly getting more and more momentum. You're slowly getting more traffic, more leads, more signups, and it's a little bit more consistent, okay? When you start seeing Pinterest showing your pins more consistently and that consistent uptick, then that means you are niched down enough. Now, I don't want you to get this confused with you started on Pinterest in the fall and everything is doing really good and now it's tanking in April. Well, that might have to do with your niche because Pinterest is niche specific. Some niches do really well in the fall. Some niches tank in the fall and they do really well in the spring, okay? But the overall is if you've just been getting inconsistent all across the board, your niche is probably too general. That little bit where you start getting traffic and build up is a good sign you're on the right track. If there is a little drop, it could be just because of the seasonal niches with Pinterest because there is an ebb and flow with that, okay? Now, this question, do multiple topics get confused Pinterest? Yes, 100%. I see this a lot with lifestyle blogs or a lot with people who are using affiliate links and to doing affiliate marketing. They have signed up for so many affiliate links. They are promoting kitchen tools. They are promoting fashion. They are promoting organization and all types of things. And yes, that can absolutely confuse Pinterest and that can water down the effects of your profile and the effects of your keys. So if you have a niche of women over 40, you want to tie every single pin. You want to tie that piece of fashion clothing you're linking an affiliate to women over 40. You want to tie that kitchen hack to women over 40. So you niche it down and you get more specific pinners who are senior pins and more willing to buy. Okay. I totally missed a note. Hang on. Okay, so like I said, when I first started my business, I was talking about frugal living, emergency preparedness, and financing, and I got all of this traffic but none of it was related to what I was actually selling with emergency preparedness and food storage. So when I was able to niche down, I dropped from 3,000 visits to my website every single month to under 1,000, but I actually started making money every single month on a consistent basis because I was niched down enough. And that is the power of making sure you have that right niche for the Pinterest algorithm. Pinterest favors relevance and consistency. When you are consistently putting up content for a similar group of people, Pinterest will catch on to that quickly and they will show those pins to the pinners who are looking for that and needing that. Okay. Your reach can definitely take off if you started on Pinterest and just tank, because it's like, great, they were pinning everything about this, but now they're pinning about category B and some category C, and it waters everything down and you can see a tank in that. Okay. Pinterest loves educational content. So really keeping that content about how-tos, tips, checklists, quick wins, things that add value, but still relate to your product, service, your digital course that you are selling, okay? Those pins will naturally guide them to your products and services, and that's when those clicks turn into clients, okay? So really quick, one, do you understand what a niche means on Pinterest? A niche is the problem you solve. Two, do a quick audit. Are you niched enough? Check your 30-day Pinterest analytics, check your keyword search, and check your creative tab. And number three is looking at your topics and your board topics. Do you have too many topics that you are confusing Pinterest or not? Okay. These three things will help give you an idea of if your profile is too watered down or not watered down and where to go from there. Okay, so that is your action step. I want you to do that little audit of your account and decide, where are you at? Are you doing pretty good with your niche? Then that's great. Keep moving forward where you're at. If you're not doing good, maybe you need to tighten up those keywords a bit, or maybe you need to broaden those keywords a bit. Okay. If you are looking for help with guidance and templates and support, then I highly recommend checking out the Pinterest Organic Growth Academy. It is created for women who have websites and blogs, and they are looking to sell things from their websites and blogs. There's no Pinterest ads in there whatsoever. It is all organic pinning, how to set up your profile, find those keywords, get it set up so you attract the right clients. It covers a 10-minute a day pinning strategy so you don't feel like you're getting stuck down the Pinterest hole of creating more and more and more pins and how to create content. It's just your 10-minute a day. And then we dig into the growth and analytics and how to understand what is working on Pinterest, what isn't working on Pinterest, what is or isn't converting with your website. So all of the traffic you get from Pinterest can be converted into those leads or sales that you are looking for. The link for the Pinterest Organic Growth Academy is down below. I highly recommend checking it out. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you have any questions, come join me in my free Facebook group. It's called Woman on Pinterest, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye for now.